Every now and then we hear this talk about the fact that only ladies can love, men do not have that much feeling to actually love their partner. Ladies do love, men don't love. I would say you're right to an extent, but then again, you're still wrong. How do I mean? Now, you see, when you are faced with an array of options and you have the luxury of picking, you have the luxury of choosing what you want, then right off the bat, you can get more emotionally attached to that person. Now, in my last video, I talked about pretty privilege. As a lady, all you need to do is just be a lady and sit pretty. People will come looking for you, people will come trying to ask you out, to ask for your hand in marriage and all sorts. But you see, as men, we have it differently. We don't have much of a choice. We tend to settle for what we can get mostly. I'm not saying that's what happens every now and then, but then 99.9% of the time, a guy, except he's in the 1%, except he's a very highly valuable man, that he will now have options like most girls do. Girls do have options. So when you choose to pick a partner out of maybe like six, seven people trying to ask you out at that particular time, you chose this person probably because he ticked all your boxes. Maybe because he's well to do, he has the right connects, he's handsome, he's tall, all sorts. And you must have compared him with his other competitors to actually come to the point that you decide, oh, I'd like to go out with this person out of all these other men. So for men, they probably have their own crushes and that they think they can't get, probably because they think they're not in the same class with this person, or they think they are not handsome enough. They just have a problem with approaching that person. Now, if they settle, you can't expect them to have the same emotional attachment as you do have at that point. But here is where I said you are wrong. You are wrong in the sense that over the years, as your relationship progresses, a man's love comes to the fore. It begins to show. By the time you start popping out kids for him, you are very supportive of his dreams and aspirations. He sees you as somebody that is invaluable to his life and his goals. Then he starts developing these feelings. Then his love becomes more pronounced. As a matter of fact, he meets you right where your love is. He overtakes you and leaves you there. That is why when a man is faced with the terrible decision of having to die for his family, he doesn't blink. He doesn't even think twice. He will do it in the blink of an eye and die for that woman and die for his children. While a woman at that point will think, oh no, I need to step back. Yeah, the man take the front seat. You understand what I mean? So, not necessarily. I'm just trying to let you understand the reason why you might feel a man doesn't love as much. Besides, the country is hard now. You know how it goes. We don't do all these lovey-dovey things that you see being practiced in all these your Indian movies and all this Z word, created reality. Reality is deeper than that. But basically, men love to, but it takes time. You understand? And it takes your efforts to bring him to that point where he realizes that although at the start he wasn't like his best of choices, but then he would now be able to think back and say, this was actually my lucky choice. I probably would have chosen wrongly, you know. You need to bring him to that point where he sees you as a blessing and he would take that decision over and over again and thank his stars for choosing you